So LinkedIn job search also does that. Communities like Propel also shares opportunities. Turin, Tunga, Vanak, they are endless. So just just get into search on Google to say, okay, what are tech communities that you could see remote opportunities? They are endless. Open source that is like contributing to uh, open source projects, and more importantly, referral that is somebody spoke on your behalf, right? So before every job opportunities is being put on online jobs board, there is an internal search of who do you know that can fill this role. So we don't need to go through the 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 stress of reviewing or interviewing many persons. So referral is a very is the fastest way to actually get your remote job, right? Just that proof. So um networking also is important. So use your LinkedIn very well. Okay, you want to get job roles relating to product design. It's important that you follow people who talk about product design. So you want to like comment on their post. Oh, I found this interesting. Could you do this? Could you expatiate and share your 2 cents? It gives you visibility, right? And there's a concept I learned from Kate Farassi's book, Never Eat Alone. It talks about the connection of two sphere of influence. So you know 5 people, somebody knows 500,000 people. If by any means both of you stand in the same room, it's possible that the 500,000 people these people know say, okay, it seems okay, this guy is credible for him to stand with this person. So many a times you can do name dropping on LinkedIn and it works. So you have to be able to engage, help, and also ask question if need be on where you can be seen. LinkedIn for 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 example. So the OS of applying for remote opportunities is that you have to have a strategy that is targeted towards what you want. You don't just want to use the same CV or resume all across the same every job opportunity you see. I've done that before and it did not work. But when I started tailoring my resume and cover letter, I started getting response because it's personalized, it's tailored based on the job description, and also you must find a way to track the application. Many people just say, for example, on LinkedIn job, there's something called easy apply. You just click so many easy apply, easy apply, easy apply. And easy apply is just that LinkedIn submits whatever you have filled as your resume or all of that. Take time to read the job description, customize it, track every something. So I'm going to share with us also a job search tracker. I came prepared for us tonight. So and this last part is where resilience comes in. You must learn from something. I wanted to show us like my Gmail rejection label. I have a lot of rejections. Like I enjoy rejections because it tells me what I'm not doing right. It says sorry, we are not able to move forward. We have gotten a lot of it, but just one acceptance or one approval, right, is able to change all that narrative. So learn from rejection. Don't see it as you, see it as an event. It's a communication that you are not doing something correctly. So let's round up. Um yeah, learn to communicate, like learn the art of storytelling. You are not a robot. So when they ask you a question, what is your weakness? Hmm. Don't tell them that I usually sleep when I'm working. I sleep on my work. I don't deliver on time. Just tell them a weakness that leads to a strength. It's a very tricky question. So, for example, if they say, "What's your weakness?" He said, I have great attention to detail, and this many a times makes me take my time to think through the process so that the outcome can come." And um, in times that I've done this, the result has been appreciated, right? See the way I put it, like great attention to details, like I'm not like a perfectionist. So that kind of a thing. Um, Make sure that you communicate. This is just about communication, right? Yeah, and when you get to, because communication is very key, you are not in the same physical location, so you may use communication channels like Slack, like Teams, Discord, whichever you use, and you must be very expressive in your communication such that the person reading it actually knows what exactly you are trying to to say. So I would dwell much on this because this is where African talents do not necessarily get it right. So remote readiness is very key, and it requires that you have reliable internet and backups. Say for example, you're using MTN and MTN just doesn't give the best value. We should have an alternative that if MTN is not working, okay, can I try another internet provider? And the internet speed must be good because you are like interfacing with global team. You must have a quiet meeting room. Imagine if we are, as I'm speaking, you are having so many background noise. It just shows that this guy is unprofessional. And you have to be able to be clear with your availability. So there was a company I worked that your status is a key. So if you are going on a break, you have to tell them you are going on a break. I'm currently eating. Nobody disturb me. So people know you when you're on a break. They don't come. They don't disturb you. When you're online, you should show that you're online. So that's what like all these Slack and Microsoft Teams status are for, to communicate your availability, and also learn the habit of documenting because it's key to actually help your team members collaborate better. And calendar discipline, don't miss meetings, and don't be forgetful. And security awareness, right? Don't expose unnecessary information. So make it easy for the company that employs you to trust you, and regardless of time zone. So for example, I currently work with a company in the US. So uh, pretty much say I'm still within my work hours. So my work hours end by 10 p.m. So it means that whether you are on ET, WAT, CAT, whatever time zone, just make sure that they can trust you. So use AI to research companies, to practice interview, to improve your CV. We are going to do that, and to document your work. Never submit what you cannot explain. So go, just like you are writing a project. Don't just say, okay, I'll just put something I cannot explain there. It's like you're setting up yourself for something. Let me round up. So mistakes that finally block when you are generalized, you want to be everything. So if your strength is front end development, stick to that. You should have a portfolio where people can check. Don't be generic in your application. So be targeted. Um, Optimize your LinkedIn. Have a follow-up system. I think the job tracker template that we're going to see shortly is going to help. And be a good communicator. I repeat, be a good communicator. Value uh is is better communicated than expected to see. Most likely when you're interfacing with C-level executive, communicate. This is what I've been able to do and to help the company. So in the next 90 days, if you're about to start, you could just take the first month to choose a lane, say product design. I want to be good at product design. Check resources that could be helpful to at least help you build a project. All right. In the second month, try as much as possible to publish your learning journey. Right, share it. It's not weakness to be a newbie. Share your journey. People are really interested to see growth, consistency. And after the second month, the third month, start applying to entry level jobs. And with that, yeah, with the track record that you have, yeah, you are much more better to get a role. So your location is not a limitation. You got to have proof, communicate well, and be consistent because it determines how far you go. Thank you for listening, and I hope you'll be able to get one or two valuables from what I've been presented. Thank you once again. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for that wonderful session. And now we are going to live Q&A session. Anyone who wants to ask a question, please raise up your hand and you'll be granted access to. Okay, please speak.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mrs. Kudaisi. So okay, first of all, I just wanted to clarify, is this a tech restricted lecture for remote jobs? That's the first question because I actually thought it was like a general. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can be heard.
Okay. I thought it was a general a lecture on general how to get the work for a general group, not necessarily tech, although I learned about it. Then my second question is you kept emphasizing on LinkedIn. Are you saying that LinkedIn is a necessity in getting a remote job? Because for someone like me, I have a LinkedIn account, but I don't really do anything on LinkedIn. I have tried to be engaged and be interested in it, but I don't know, it just never clicked with me or for me. It's not something I would go to. I'm not. It's not. It's boring. Let me put it that way. Is I see things people post. I try to comment. I try to engage. I've tried to, I've met one or two contacts through LinkedIn, but it's not. It's not just for me. So are you saying that this LinkedIn is a necessity for us, for people to be able to get um, a remote job? Those are my two questions. Thank you.
All right. Can I answer or we just stuck it?
Yeah, you can answer, sir.
Okay. Thank you for the question. The presentation is not necessarily tech focused. Their knowledge you could actually apply, right? General knowledge you can apply to any field, any field. I decided to take the tech route because um, that's like the domain I'm much conversant with. So there are part that are more tech focused, but there are some part of the presentations too, like the remote readiness. It applies to all remote opportunities. And for your question regarding LinkedIn, so you agree with me that we have many social networking platforms, right? Like Facebook, Instagram, and all of these platforms are tailored towards an end. So LinkedIn is necessarily tagged for professionals, even though now it has evolved to maybe some terms of entertainment or posting, but it's not as noisy as Facebook or say Twitter or X. So you just have to uh, see it as a tool of visibility, not necessarily engagement. I don't engage on LinkedIn every day too, but you see that your profile immediately you submit a job application and they see your resume. The next thing for the recruiter or maybe the HR is to go check your LinkedIn to see, okay, let me see what uh, she does, right? Beyond the resume. Let me see their activities, our featured projects, and all of that. So it's just creating your personal brand. That's the way you should see LinkedIn as a tool to create your personal brand and communicate value for your potential employer. So I don't know if that satisfies the question you asked.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I know LinkedIn is for professionals. It's for professionals, but I just feel because I know there are times people post things on job on what they do. Trying. I know some people try to use it as a way to lecture people, especially beginners. But
Okay.
I just anyway, like I think it's just my personal so it just doesn't click for me.
Okay.
I don't know, but I just wanted to know if it's a necessity so that other people will know if they have to have a LinkedIn account.
Yeah. Okay. It's good you have it. Yeah. It's not a necessity per se. It's good you have it. Gives you a better stand.
Um,
Okay, thank
it,
you.
in contribution, sir, in contribution to what you said, little is just little experience of mine. LinkedIn is not a necessity, although it does makes you look professional. It makes you look like, yeah, you're the man for the job. You're the one who should be picked, and it makes you look like that person out there who is fit for this role and who deserves a high pay. But in my own case, in my own scenario, you are not going to get a job. Pardon me, to use this word, although in the crypto community, right, you cannot land a job by creating a LinkedIn profile and be like, let me just put it this way: you don't get a job through a resume in the community. You are the one who is going to make your own research, find the launch pad that suits you, dig into communities and find those developers and project owners yourself in order for them to, and then what you're going to do is to pitch in their DMs for them to even know that you exist and for them to even know that you offer this particular service. And that's when they can say that, okay, there's this person who wants to be a moderator, there's this person who wants to be an administrator, there's this person who wants to be a community manager, and there's this person who wants to be my marketer for my token. So you can either be the one to hunt for your job yourself, or you can just create a LinkedIn profile and relax, which I hardly believe will do much for you. And now over to Miss Sister Debbie, your question.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good
Thank
evening.
you for the lecture. It was really nice. So I have quite no, don't let me use a lot. Few questions. Yeah. So number one is about this LinkedIn of a thing.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if you can help, or how does someone go about the LinkedIn optimization,
Okay.
right? Yeah, because I've heard a lot of people talk about LinkedIn optimization, that, and so I don't really know how to go about that. I don't know if you can like give a brief lecture on that or a one-on-one talk. Yes. Two, um, we have a lot of remote job sites,
Okay.
and Upwork is one, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
So, how how can someone navigate such platform
Okay.
uh, to get jobs, international jobs, really?
Okay.
Yes. So, third, I'm sorry for my question. So,
No, no, it's
third
fine.
question:
All right.
how possible or how easy is it for someone, for a 9 to 5 worker,
Mm-hmm.
to convert to a remote worker? Like, or is this possible for a 9 to 5 worker be to also be a remote worker?
Okay. Interesting
Eh,
question.
Thank you. Yes,
Uh,
thank you.
all right, thank
Also,
you. Okay.
the last question, please. Sorry. Yeah, so for a person with no skill, no
Mm-hmm.
specific skill, yes, how can the person go about identifying the right skill to learn that is not tech based, like
Yep, yep.
the,
Yeah.
yes, to learn the time frame for someone to learn and to start any, to get job and start any,
Mm,
and also how to identify a niche.
okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right. That's a comprehensive question, all in one. So, I'll start with the LinkedIn optimization. I would say that would be addressed in the live practical session. I think we're still gonna have that, and
Okay.
I'm willing to share a resource with you that could help you in that stead. So, secondly, how to navigate Upwork, freelancer, and maybe
Mhm.
all of these freelancer something platform. So much Upwork works with the model of bidding, right? There's Fiverr too, right? If you are into the freelance
Yeah.
ecosystem, yeah. So it works with bidding, right? You like market what you do. You market what you do to potential. I don't call it employee, right? Client, yeah, it's called client. And when they see your rate, what you do, your portfolio, and all the rest, they can like message you. So it's been a while. I used Upwork. That's 2019 because I I don't necessarily wanted to go the freelance route, but of course I it's pretty much if you understand how to build like your portfolio on LinkedIn, yeah, you can copy paste some knowledge there, but there are some nuances as to how the platform works and what you see as a stellar profile. So,
Okay.
and third, can a 9 to 5 migrate to remote? It depends on your industry or domain, right? There are some domains or industry that it's on site, except you want to have a side also. If you do 9 to 5, right? If you still want to continually work after 9 to 5, yeah, there are there are part-time roles or freelance gig that comes with flexibility that you could actually call crash courses. Crash courses should not be more than 1 hour. So
Okay.
you just go, okay, crash course on UI UX. So you watch it. Is it something you like? You don't need to really waste your time. In a week, you should be able to see something that aligns with your passion, right? Okay, if your UX does not work, maybe put another in-demand skill: cybersecurity, AI annotation, data entry, and there's something called progressive learning. If you say you don't have a skill, I don't necessarily believe that. There are some things you know that you can actually use for use to augment in-demand skills. So
Okay.
you should look at that. Take crash courses on potential skills that you may want to build, and see
Okay.
if you have the passion to continually learn. Then you can now laser focus instead
Okay.
of you just starting plan and say I'm going to use 1 month, 2 months. No, you can just uh, take crash courses and know if it's something you are cut out for.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Um, we also have Sir James. Sir, your hands is up. We speak, sir.
Okay.
Mm.
That's strong.
Applications. Yeah, 200. Yes, you learn that. You learn that it's coming up.
We are sorry.
Mm, mm. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. How do you handle rejection? Mm. Um, I would say it's the way you see rejection. Your mindset towards rejection is very key. I'll tell you practical, right? What works for me. But regardless, this should work for um, almost everybody. So when you see rejection as a report card of how well you did, it it only communicates that you have opportunity to grow. So my first interview was very awful, right? I can't imagine having that kind of interview again, right? The interviewer started asking some questions that were personal, right? Saying that how long have you been coding? He was doubting my proficiency, and it looks embarrassing to me. And I went to meet one of my friends and said, this is what happened in the interview. He said you gave him more time to ask those questions. So as an interviewer, he has exhausted his questions. So he has to ask more questions to like um fill up the interview time. So seeing rejection as an event and not as you helps you, and you need resilience, right? That, oh, this is what I want and I'm going to do everything it takes to get it. So see it as a report card. Okay, if I'm not getting interviews, it means my resume is not good enough. If I'm getting interviews and it only stops at HR screening, maybe I don't know how to communicate value. Okay, if I pass that stage and I'm having a domain focus interview and they don't see me as the best candidate, it means maybe I don't know the skill well enough. Okay, if I pass that stage and I get to the point of cultural fit, maybe I'm not able to collaborate with a distributed team. So just see it as um, a report card that you need to work on, and it's an opportunity to grow. So personally, what I do is if I have rejection, I sleep and I wake up, and that's it. It's gone. So I don't put it to heart, and it works for me, right? So that's on a side note, but of course, seeing it as a report card. And another thing to say is that the moment you get accepted or approved, you forget about all the rejections. So keep on trying. The next one may be like your approval. So why stop when you know that there's possibility of being accepted? So I hope that helps.
Um, I have a question of mine that I want to ask.
for to employ more Nigerians. Said if this one is this okay, yeah, why not try to employ more from Nigeria? Okay, so first you have to be confident in who you are and what you can offer, right? Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. You actually answered the question very well. We have one more person raising her hand. Please, Ma, you can speak. Um,
I don't think anybody's raising up their hand. Oh.
okay.
Yeah, she didn't
Maybe.
drop her. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So, before we head on to closing, we would like to talk on action step. Although I feel it has been covered, but if there's anything anyone wants to contribute on the action step, please speak up. Okay. Since everyone is
I guess I have something to
contented,
say, right?
okay.
Yeah, the way I intended the presentation was I do the presentation, then show you how to go about the presentation. But if there's no time for that, maybe
Mm,
I'll have to share like the links much later.
um, Currently, there's a decline in participants on the call right now, which is actually signaling something to us.
They just feel like, Abba, should be you are in Nigeria. How much are you? How much do you need? Like, that kind of a thing. Like, say, see finish, kind of a thing. But the foreigners, right? Yeah, if you offer value, they pay you well. And another thing is, it's also good you learn the act of negotiation. It's very key. Yes, you must be able to communicate value so you could be paid well.
You say, does anyone wish to contribute?
Um, I think it's based on the job and the location of the job, right? Like if you are a 9 to 5 and you work, by the time you look at your own schedule, the time you close or the time before you go to work, if you feel you'll be able to work within that period or you'll be available for your duties at that period, either before or after work, then fine, you can go ahead and do it. For example, I have someone who does a remote job and the person also has his own job. So now this friend of mine, his own job is very unpredictable. So because of that, he had to always do his jobs before he goes to work. So and sometimes there were times that projects now came up and he would have to either be able to do jobs in between. Along the line, luckily for him, he had somebody on the team that he could open up to. So he opened up to the person and told, because nobody else on that team knows he has another job, just that one person. So he had to open up to that person and tell the person like, okay, look, this is what I do normally. That I'm just using this as a side job. And luckily for him, like when my friend was explaining to me, because I had to ask him, I said, how do you cope with this thing? How are you able to handle this? So he explained, he said he had to open up to one person, and that person is like the boss, like a boss, one of the co-owners. And the person was understanding. So there are times that they would need his attention because he was delivering. When they give him a job to do, he's delivering 100%, 110%. So that person was able to always cover for him. So if you know you are a 9 to 5 worker and you will not have time in between, then you should find a job that you'll be able to do either before you go to work or after. Now, choosing a job before means you wake up earlier. And doing a job after means even when you close, you get home, you have to be available to do those jobs. Now, if you not get a job that is paying you very well, because correct me if I'm wrong, there are some remote jobs that pay as high as $5,000, $7,000, depending on the industry and what you're doing. So if you get that and you feel that is enough for you, there's some that pay $2,000, $3,000. If you feel that's enough for you to quit your job, because I've had colleagues who quit their job because of the remote jobs they got. So if you feel that's enough for you to be able to quit your job, then fine, go ahead and do it. So that's your encouragement I just wanted to give people who are considering this and who are trying to see how they can navigate around getting a remote job and also having a job on the side. Thank you. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much, ma. Sir, Sir Emmanuel, please.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't wish to let you go anytime soon. Yes, sir. Actually,
Sorry, is there also a recording of of this presentation, so that if it's something that you can create a link and we can post on the platform for others who were not able to join and all that? I don't know. It's just a suggestion or it's an opinion. Okay.
Okay, okay. I wanted to like have the go ahead to start. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Um, Let me share my screen again. Um, okay. Kindly confirm you can see my screen. Okay, great. So I'll be quick on this. I just hope you to get as much value as intended. So how to like get job posts without necessarily using LinkedIn or going to company website. There is this Google search keyword. So I have it bookmarked here. I'll try to like, just explain what it looks like. So this is it. You see it. It talks about the role or your skill set. So this is tailored to my skill set. The location, remote, international, tech jobs. And I am instructing Google to go check on this site for job positions related to this role. So you see Dover, join.com, all of these. And so you may just need to find websites that have the job positions that you are looking out for. So I just did this. So you could also create your own keyword based on your skill set and the website that has the the job position. So, for example, I could just pick this Laravel React. I feel I can apply for this. I'll try applying for this. So, you were, I think Sir James was asking, how do you like customize your your resume and all of the rest? So, I'll just quickly show that this is the JD. So it's looking for 6 years experience, having all these skills. You have to be an engineer, all of that. So what I do is I just copy all of this. Okay, I can just pick this right and take it to ChatGPT. All right, I would include my resume. This is my resume, right? And my resume is in Word, right? So you can necessarily read it easily. Right. I take that in, paste the job position, and just prompt it to create a resume that aligns with the job description. I have reviewed that I have many of these things, but I want it to be customized. Right. It does that for me and generates that. So you see, right, it's just bringing everything out. You see, emotional experience, all of this, right? Yeah. So basically, this I selected project, all of that. Uh, convert to PDF. Let me convert to PDF. Okay. Let's see. That fast. So we have this. Um, just a moment. It's using Adobe. Okay. I don't want to use Adobe. Um, create a resume file. Yeah. Mm. So while this is going on, notes that I want to apply for this job. Uh, for the question that relates to LinkedIn best practice, uh, this these to dos will help you actually optimize your LinkedIn, starting from your profile picture, your cover picture, your headline. So it gives you the things you need to do, right? Your summary. It just takes you through what you need to do to actually make your LinkedIn more better. Adding 50 skills, fun fact, non-technical, your testimonials, feature sessions, and certification. So pretty much, let me use my LinkedIn example as example. So you see the headshots, my name, this headline, right? Um, about me, you just write about, see all the keywords there, right? See the keywords, what I've worked on, right? And all of that. I'm currently open to this and all of that, right? My top skills, my featured posts, so the things I'm proud of, right? Yeah, just to show more credibility. My experience, education, volunteering experience, and recommendation also is key. So you see what people said about me, right? And one thing you should notice is not about what they say about you, but uh, about who is saying that about you. So look at uh, the profile of the people who is saying this and that. So that would carry a lot of weight. So let's go back to this. This is done, right? So it has a resume that's tailored, so I can just download it, right? Webinar. So we see what that looks like. Okay. So it gives me a resume that I can push out. So this is it, and this is tailored towards um, the role. And this is quite different from my resume. So let me show you my resume. What I posted. This is what I actually threw in. Right. It's not everything that's here. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me try reshare it. I think you should be able to see the browser now. Um, stop presenting. Let's go again. Okay. Let's just share the entire screen, right? So, okay. I guess you could see WPS now. Yes. So he created a tailored resume from this. This is the original resume I posted. Yeah. All right. So it's not everything he took there. So we are going to use this. because this is more tailored to what we want to apply. So I want to tell you to write a cover letter for me to write a cover letter that shows my expertise as related to the job description, right? Um, make it a file too. Okay. Once he runs that, yeah. So I was talking about the LinkedIn, right? Um, so pretty much that's LinkedIn and looking out for remote opportunities. Yeah, you may need to configure one or two. Just a moment. Where they go from here. So you see this open to work section. You just need to put your preference there. So open to work. We want to edit that if you get to your LinkedIn. Right, just open to work. I think there's a lab, right? And you just put the roles you want to you want recruiters to actually see you for, the location type, on-site, the location. EMEA is a region. Europe, Middle East, Africa. What's the last one? I don't know. Maybe Europe. I know it's not Europe, but yeah, it just takes the region, Germany, Sweden, US, and Canada. That's where I'm looking out to get something. So start date, if you want to put flexible, that the employment types, who you want to see that. You want to set this because recruiter also use like LinkedIn Premium to actually vet talent. They want to like send or code email or code message, right? So I guess we should have a cover letter now. So this is what the cover letter looks like. Um, save it. So let's see what the cover letter looks like. So see. So he highlights my expertise, what I have done, where I've worked, tailored it with their requirements, see their name here, and all of this. So pretty much I didn't have to like write this or create it, but I have the document already. So we can just go to apply to the job role. Um, okay, I just have to fill this, right? All right, preferred first name, Emmanuel, my email, okay. Country, you want to be as honest as you can. Um, okay, you attach your resume here. This is the resume we are going to attach, right? Your cover letter to you attach it. All right. My LinkedIn profile. Just a moment. Let me get that. Yeah. My GitHub. I will show you those GitHub. Okay. Okay. What should we put? Let's put 4,000. Right. Do you have? Yes. Where am I based? Lagos, Nigeria. And this is not like the figure I put there is not because it's what I want. It's based on salary reports of that region. So you have to go check for the salary report of that region to understand how much you are willing to pay, because the market cap of every skill differs by region. So for Nigeria, it's quite different from Europe. So are you based? Yeah, I'm based in GMT plus one. So how dare you about this role? The job board. Are you currently based in US? No. Are you currently based in the UK? No. So submit that. And that's that's pretty submission. So the moment you start using this keyword search, you can get as many, let me bring it up again, as many job roles as possible. And you see, this is I don't know which day. This is 17th of June. I could actually use past 24 hours to know the job post that has been posted today. So you see all this one, 23 hours, 6 hours ago. So you want to apply as early as possible. So you could actually join the list of people who they are going to consider. So in the presentation, I also talk about like documenting your job search. So this was one I was doing. Then I've actually hit two columns: the name of the company and the name of the contact person. So it's part of the template. But I just pick the job title, the location, the hours, the URL where it is, the due date. This is just a tracker to see, and the um, the history or the progress of the something. So I just wrote all of that, and so you need to document this. So when you don't document it, you don't know where to improve. So this job tracker also I could share if you want to also document um, your job application process. What more do I want to show? So I was sharing about the interview that the CTO said. He would offer me the job without necessarily interviewing me on my proficiency. So this is what he saw, right? This is 2022, and this is like the heat map of my code contribution. So you see, this is my GitHub page. Um, these are the my public what do you call it? Public repository, right, of code base. So they could just go in it and see uh how I code. So this crown clothing also have like let me see, it has a public URL. I don't know if it's here. I think, let me see. Let me see. Um my if it's still live, you say it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So there's also a link they could check um if it's there. The site is no longer there, so it's off. So this is what he saw and said, okay, he was going to offer me the job. What more do I want to show? LinkedIn job. So you could actually use LinkedIn job, right? So when you come to the job tab, um, you want to okay. Let's just do show all here. Yeah. So we're back to where I left. I'm rounding up now. So date posted. You want to do past 24 hours because you want to submit as early as possible. You do under 10 applicants. Let me switch to classic mode. This is a new feature by LinkedIn. So I prefer the classic mode. Right. Date posted just a moment. So 24 hours, so you can use past week. Okay. Remote. You want to select this. See, it's reducing the filter. Uh, all filters. I want to just do one more thing, more recent. So it shows me what it shows 7K. She's going to show me job post. So I want to like do front end developer for roles that are within Europe and Africa. So it just shows me that, right? 2 weeks ago. That's not what I want to see. I want to see something more recent, past 24 hours. So I could just, this 34 minutes ago. So I could just come in and apply to it, read the job description and all of that. So this is another way to like get job posts. And it's not only tech, right? There are other roles on LinkedIn based on your job roles. So basically, what more do I want to show? I've shared about how to create custom resume with your previous one and aligning the job description, LinkedIn best practice, job search tracker, how your LinkedIn should look. Mine is not the standard, but of course, I try to use the best practices to actually get my optimized and having like a portfolio for what I do. I use GitHub. For other roles may differ, and for other sources, you can use LinkedIn jobs. So pretty much that's like the demo session. I hope it's in one way or the other helpful to someone looking how to navigate remote opportunities. Thank you.
Alright, sir. We have someone has her hands raised. Do you wish to say something?
Yeah, I want to appreciate our lecturer. Yes, I'll use that word, our lecturer, for the session. Like it was amazing. Yeah. So I have a question. Sir.
All right.
Yes, thank you. During the memo session, you used AI for the CV, for cover letter, and all.
Yeah.
And based on my understanding, I know that most companies, there's a kind of tool they use to detect AI. Like, I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah. I get.
Yes. And from this memo now, you copied from ChatGPT
Okay.
and used it directly like that.
Yeah.
So I think, is it not necessary for someone to like edit before you just post, or you can just copy and drop like that? Although I know that you used, I mean, the ChatGPT used your CV and all your informations, but I think someone should at least like edit before.
You okay? Okay.
Yeah, that's my question.
Okay.
Thank
So yeah, thank you for the question. Two things are key, right? I use ChatGPT as an assistant. I didn't tell ChatGPT to create a resume that aligns with job description. I gave ChatGPT I would say a well optimized resume and said, see for my resume and pick out things that aligns with the job description. I was quick to review it, right? Because I know what should be there. So I was scrolling through it and said, okay, ChatGPT did not lie that I can do what cannot do. So,
Okay.
so I quickly reviewed it, right? And see that everything is okay. That's why I
Okay.
was able to submit. So it's good to always review, right? And if adventure you find things, don't edit it. Tell ChatGPT to edit it. So it's an
Okay.
assistant, right?
Okay.
Say I don't want this, I remove this and all of that. So with that, it
Okay.
makes it much more faster and more
Okay.
tailored and customized in your applications.
Well, all right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sir Emmanuel, for honoring our invitation to be here this evening. This evening has been nothing but there have been nothing but valuable, fruitful, and great overall. Thank you so much,
My pleasure.
everyone, for being here tonight, and thank you so much for lending out your voice to to this session tonight. Thank you.
My pleasure, sir. You're welcome. It's
Yeah,
nice
you
being
can
here.
all have a good night.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Mr. James. Once again, Mr. Manuel, thank you for. We are so glad, we are so delighted having you tonight in our platforms
Thank you, sir.
and the word of knowledge you imparted in our lives. May God bless you richly.
Amen.
And we will look forward to still have you around to, as in, to give us more insight in something like this. And to all my colleagues, I want to say thank you all for having that time to join us again in this program for tonight. And I pray that your time that you spend for tonight will not be wasted in the name of Jesus. And so, once again, I want to say a big thank you to you, Mr. Emmanuel, and my regards to your family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure, sir.
Is that right, sir? So, Mr. James, can we just briefly take some closing prayers?
Yeah.
Father, in Jesus' name,
Amen.
Daddy, we thank you for tonight's presentation. Thank you for how far you have helped us. Thank you for the facilitator you used for us for tonight. Lord, we pray that you uphold him, strengthen him, more knowledge, more insight to impart to these generations. Pray that we receive for tonight. I pray what we learn tonight, we'll be able to apply it in our lives, in our career, in our place of work. So shall it be. As we rest tonight, we pray that you minister to us.
Amen.
Mr. Emmanuel as well. Lord, we pray that you uphold him, watch over
Amen.
him and his family. Thank
Amen.
you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name, we are praying.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Mr. James, hand over to you, sir.
I'm sorry. Your last statement, I wasn't.
Chairman, sir. Good
You're
evening, sir.
welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
inviting us.